Hey guys, it's me, Green, and we're gonna play the Nicole route. Are you ready?
This is your destiny. This is your destiny. Sorry, I almost said purple. This is not purple.
It's not my destiny, it's your destiny. It's your...
It's my destiny.
It's because you like girls.
But I don't play visual novels.
That doesn't matter. Alright. Should I go with him, accept his offer, or say, you'll be fine? Ah, I'm gonna say, I'll be fine because I don't like John. I'll be fine.
You don't like John?
I don't like John.
You're a heartless monster.
I am totally a heartless monster.
It's okay.
I searched for a reason to get him to leave. In fact, it was never cold enough for me back home.
Back home? Ah, right. You hail from Hawaii as well?
That's right, Adam and I grew up in the same apartment complex.
Friends from childhood, then?
Friends isn't really the word I'd choose. Back then, he was the annoying kid next door. I'm sure he thought the same of me.
What changed you?
Why is this guy suddenly so interested in my history? Summer stage experience.
And that would be...
Community theater for children. When I was 10, my parents signed me up. I didn't have any friends, and they thought it would help me be less shy. I was terrified of all the other children would be fine too, I guess. And there was this one boy, Mark, who started making fun of me. Adam stepped in and told him to back off or he'd get a punch in the face.
Ah, so he punched the bloke, saved the day, and you've been in his debt ever since. You're lucky to have a real-life knight.
He sounds so patronizing. As much as I want this conversation to end, I feel compelled to speak up for myself. Actually, Mark punched Adam in the face. Then I kicked Mark in the, My sentence trails off as I realize what I'm about to confess.
That doesn't sound very shy to me.
He's definitely amused. It's not exactly my proudest moment. Things sort of got bottled up inside of me, then break out all at once. I'm not sure why I'm being so defensive about this.
Yes, I've experienced that impulse firsthand.
Adam was the first person who ever stood up for me, and I felt like it was my fault that he got punched. I had to do something. I can feel my face heating up. This isn't really the sort of story I want to get out. Anyway, Mark started crying, but he was too embarrassed to tell the counselors what happened, so Adam and I didn't get in trouble. All the other kids found out, though, and then no one would speak to me. Dying at the moment, sorry. I sigh. I'm going to die if I feel like dying. Just kidding. Just kidding, guys. Guys, no.
Just
Don't. No.
Brian comments.
So that didn't really help me get any new friends or anything. Adam started treating me a lot nicer after that. I think he was a little scared, to be honest. For a while, we'd say hi whenever we saw each other, and in high school, we actually started having real conversations. It's not really that great of a beginning or anything. Friendship out of fear.
I wouldn't say that. He stood up for you in the first place, didn't he? That was his own decision.
John gives me a curt nod and tips his hat. Why you no work for me, Mouse?
Well, here's your bus. I won't keep you.
Oh, right. I hop onto the bus and turn around to look at him. At him. It works. At John as the door closes. He doesn't move from the spot as the bus pulls away. I head straight to bed as soon as I get back to my dorm. Today was much more exhausting than I expected. The added surprise of seeing John was especially exhausting. He doesn't seem that mad at me, but I still get the feeling he looks down at me. down on me. Oh, thank you.
What's up?
You-
Ice
Water.
He likes to stand on me. Ugh. I just want to forget about him. Thankfully, it's Friday night, so I get the luxury of sleeping in for once. I turn my alarm clock off, pull the covers over my head, and fall asleep within a few minutes. I wake up with a jolt. How long have I been asleep? Am I late for class? No, today is Saturday. I sigh and sink back into my bed. Sleeping sounds like a really good idea from right about now. I notice my phone blinking. Oops, I must have gotten a text while I was asleep. I grab my phone and check the messages. Got a potential job for you. Come see me at the coffee shop on Main and 21st, noon this Wednesday. I fire off a reply to Benito, then toss my phone back on the table and stare at the ceiling. I can't believe I'm this tired. It feels like the past week has been nothing but work, homework, and sleep. Is that all there's going to be from now on? My phone rings. I roll over and reach for it, but it's just out of my grasp. I crawl to the edge of my bed and stretch for it. Ow. My face and the carpet are now close friends, or close at least. On the bright side, I managed to grab my phone on the way down. I flip it open. Hello? I attempt to mask the pain in my voice, but I'm not terribly convincing. Sean, honey, are you alright? Huh? Oh, I'm fine. I just fell off the bed. Are you hurt? I'm fine. What's up? Your father's awake. That's great. Do you know what happened? At the moment, the doctors think it was just exhaustion. They had to let a few people go, so your father has been pulling I can't speak today. Extra shifts. As if they're not overworked already. Mom.
The amount of sass in that voice.
Mom sighs. Tourism has been down. The hotel just isn't making as much as it used to. The good news is that the bulk of his recovery is simply lots of rest and plenty of liquids. Most? He was stocking some high shelves when he collapsed. His kneecap broke into several pieces, so they'll be putting some metal pins into his knee. He says he's hoping to get a robot eye, totally a robot. It's a robot eye as well.
That sounds like that much hurt. Is like his kneecap breaking?
Whoa, I would expect that it would hurt, Blue. I would expect it.
Yes.
That sounds like Dad. They'll be letting him go in a week, but they say that this first stage of recovery will take several weeks, so he won't be able to go back to work for a while. Well, Dad's always said he wanted a vacation. We both force a half-hearted laugh at my joke. Part of me regrets even saying it. So far, everything is going smoothly. They say that if he had landed on his head, he wouldn't be so lucky. My stomach starts churning. I know Mom's trying to be positive, but knowing how close Dad was to death makes me feel even more ill. I'm calling to see how you're doing. I know this must be hard on you. Me? What about you? Why are you always worrying about me? 'Cause you'll never think to worry about yourself. Mom sighs. I'm sorry. I think you got that from me. I just don't want to make things harder on you, you know? We're your parents. We're supposed to take care of you. No, we're a family. We're supposed to take care of each other. I'm not really sure what to say. Mom doesn't seem very sure either. For a few seconds, I lie on the floor listening to the soft buzz of static on the cell phone. Oh, I got a job. Sean. It was just a one-time thing for a TV show. Well, I don't know if it'll be a TV show yet. The director is the guy who directed Double Agent. You like that show, right? What about your studies? Mom, I'll be fine. I promise. Mom sighs. I've heard that one before. It's the one that says, I think it's a bad idea, but I know I can't stop you. Just don't fall behind your studies, alright? Promise. I have to get back to your father now. Yeah, tell him I love him. I will, and he loves you too. We both do. Yeah, later, Mom. I love you. I hang up and crawl back into my bed. It goes to be... yeah, it totally goes. It's totally goes. Yeah. Because going turns into go. Wow. It's going to be... it's going to... A goat? A goat? It's...
What is happening?
I don't know what's happening right now. Thank you. It's going to be difficult to balance out work and school, but I'll find a way. I look at the weekly planner on my desk. I told my parents I didn't need one, but it looks like it'll come in handy now. Classes are in the morning. Homework is for the afternoon. I need both to keep my grades up. I can take a break or explore the town anytime I feel like. Of course, I have work during any of these time slots. I'll automatically head to work instead. This is going to be interesting year. That water, man. Okay.
We're at the first part.
Yeah, first part of the planner. I just did a amazing fist pump. Yeah. All right. Now, what we need to do is focus on our fashion and our fitness. Perfect.
It's the same as freaking
John. It's the same as John.
yeah,
Oh, no.
Same as John. We probably could have just done the same thing, but I don't know. Who knows?
I should probably study on Monday, huh?
I think you're fine. Whatever the crap you want.
Except if you get below a 2.5, your
no,
grades
it's
are
2.0.
2.0 still.
You get
Still.
below a 2.0, you are expelled.
Still.
Aren't you glad that isn't how it works in real life?
Yes.
Well, at least not in elementary school. Once
Yep.
you get into college, it matters more, but, you know.
School is harsh.
But there's a reason why it matters. Alright, so I'll go on my exercise on Monday. And then, don't you have to work to get your fashion up? I believe so. Yes. Okay, I'm smart. I don't look at the freaking part right there. I'll do work on Tuesday.
You've gotta make money for it.
And then I'll just do it over again. Okay. This music.
I trust by now you've all purchased your necessary texts. Remember that it's not enough to merely purchase the book. You'll have to read it for it to have any effect. Remember to go through your things regularly and use them, or you'll find yourself very disappointed.
Professor Cobalt has a point. I should look through my stuff and make sure I actually use it. Today seems like a good day to go for a jog around campus. I start slowly, enjoying the fresh air and the time alone. I turn the corner and see Professor Murrieta carrying a stack of cardboard boxes. She can barely see over the top of the stack, and it's obvious from her carefully placed steps that whatever she's carrying is heavy. Professor, let me help you with that. Why did I pause during that sentence? I jog up to her and lift one of the boxes from her arms.
Thank you. You look familiar. Are you in one of my classes?
Calculus 1. My name's Sean.
Well, thank you very much, Sean. You didn't have to do this.
I don't mind. I'm trying to get a little exercise in anyway.
Good choice. A lot of first years tend to get caught up in schoolwork or socializing. A good workout is crucial for your health, and it helps to keep you from getting too stressed.
Professor Merida leads me through the front door of the school library. She places her box on a nearby table and breathes a sigh of relief.
You can leave that there.
I hoist the box onto the table next to her. Need anything else?
No, that's all I need for now.
What's in all these boxes anyway?
Books, study guides, and other materials for the grad student group study.
That sounds nice. I don't suppose there's anything like that for us underclassmen.
If you're looking for extra help with your studies, there's a freshman tutoring session in the library every Monday night.
Yeah, I don't think there's any hands in those boxes.
I don't think there's any serial killers within the story. I don't think Professor Meridia is... I don't think she's a murderer, sorry.
I don't think so either. Thanks, I'll check it out. I wave a quick goodbye to Professor Merida and resume my jog around the campus.
In all those jars?
Benito is already waiting for me when I arrive at the coffee shop.
Sean, over here!
He puts down a deck of cards in his hand to wave at me.
How are you?
I'm fine. He tilts his head and inspects me carefully as I sit down across from him.
You need to get better sleep.
He returns to shuffling his deck of cards, ideally stopping occasionally to glance at the top card. I get plenty of sleep.
I didn't say more sleep. I said better sleep. Something's on your mind, and it's keeping you from sleeping well.
There's just a lot going on right now.
Do you want to talk about it?
He checks the top card of the deck and frowns. Probably not the card he was hoping for. I'm not sure how to tell him that I'd rather not talk about it, but he seems to realize that...
It's fine. In your own time. Anyway, did you start that blog like I suggested?
Yeah, but I don't really see how writing a bunch of articles online is going to make money.
Well, it's kind of a slow burn sort of thing, but if you keep writing regularly, you'll get more hits. At this point in time, you really need to just keep writing. The more content you have, the better. Got it?
Yeah, thanks.
Any questions?
What exactly was the job you had for me?
That.
He pulls out his deck of cards and he begins shuffling it again, this time faster than before.
I've got this thing coming up at a fancy hotel. They want me to entertain the guests for a night and see how it goes.
That's great! Congratulations! Benito waves off his congratulations.
It's not as exciting as you think. I offered to work pro bono. I think they were more excited about the prospect of free entertainment than me. I was just wondering if you wanted to be my makeup artist for the show. Looks are everything, after all. I'll still pay you, of course.
Are you sure you need my help? You seem to be doing fine on your own. Benito grimaces.
Drawing on a bit of eyeliner really isn't the same as a professional job. I can't afford to cut any corners on this one.
Well, I'd be happy to help.
Great! It's next Friday night. I'll text you the details later.
Benito hands me a shiny business card embossed with gold script. I think the card costs more than the drinks here. Thank you. I'll see you then. I stand up to leave, but I'm suddenly struck by a question. Hey, can I ask you something?
Anything you want.
Why did you call me here if you could have just texted me about all this?
I wanted to see how you were doing with my own eyes. You're definitely the kind of girl who would lie and say you're doing okay just to be polite.
Am I really that transparent?
Well, from the look of it, whatever you were worried about isn't as bad as before. I'm glad. I hope things continue to get better. See you on Friday.
You've unlocked a new location, Cafe Diem. Come and buy a drink and do homework here for a boost in your grade. I had to read that. I will do it for all of them. I opened my eyes slowly. The sun already shining and my alarm clock didn't go off. Must be a Saturday. I stare at the ceiling. I really don't want to move right now. I'm about to throw covers back over my head when I hear a knock on the door. I shuffle to the door and peer through the eye hole. Aha!
Morning, Sean. Want to hang out?
I glance at my desk and sigh. I haven't finished my homework yet.
Neither have I. Want to hang out?
Wow, Adam, way to go. I sigh. Figures. Fine. What did you have in mind?
That bookstore we went to the other day is attached to a mall. Interested?
I'm not sure.
School just started, and it's not holiday season yet. I figure traffic will be low. And I thought if we went together, it might be easier on you, since you'd be with someone you know.
Well, that's true. I'll have to explore eventually, and I would feel a lot better if you came with me.
Then it's settled. Whoa, this place is huge!
I've never been to a mall with 2 floors before. Adam and I stare at the mall's spacious interior with awestruck wonder.
Everything is so shiny!
And huge! So you guys care about how shiny it is and how big it... What? Apparently that's all you need in life. People push past us, ignoring the gaping mouths and wide-eyed expressions of the 2 island kids. I feel like an idiot, but Adam doesn't seem to mind in the slightest.
This is going to be great.
The 2 of us make our way through the mall, walking slowly from one store to the next. In the brightly lit store windows, skinny mannequins show off the latest fashions. I stop to inspect one. Its neck is laden down with several necklaces strung up with large beads. How on earth could someone wear that much jewelry? Wouldn't your neck hurt? Adam crosses his arms and ponders the question.
Maybe she works out.
I don't think that's it.
It was worth a guess.
It was worth a guess. Totally worth a guess. It doesn't seem like you were trying that hard.
So?
No way! Are you Adam Eaton?
A girl rushes up to us, an excited glint in her eye.
Sure am.
I am such a big fan. You know, I was following you on Facebook long before you released Late Sleeper.
Creeper much?
Cool. I'm glad you like my stuff.
The girl reaches into her purse and digs around, looking for something.
I don't want to be too annoying or anything, but if I could get an autograph, that would totally make my life.
Adam laughs and waits patiently for her to find her pen. I can see a few other people looking at us now.
Hey, could I get an autograph too?
Looks like Adam's attracted a lot of attention again. Again. I take a few paces back and into one of the clothing stores. I'd rather be out of the way when the flood of... Yeah, totally food. It's the... the flood of fans comes. Unfortunately, in my eagerness to avoid the crowd, I backed straight into someone else. Oh, sorry. I spin around and come face to face with Matthew, furtively ducking behind a rack of clothing. Oh, hi, Matthew, right?
Huh?
Matthew stares at me, and for a moment, I see panic flash in his eyes.
You're that girl from the studio.
Sean.
Sean, right.
He stares at the ground and shuffles his feet back and forth.
Sorry again about all that, you know.
It's forgiven. He's still not making eye contact with me. In fact, he keeps glancing over my shoulder as if he's expecting to see someone. Is everything alright?
Yeah, I'm just, hiding.
You seem to be making a habit out of it. His face turns a pale shade of pink.
I'm not trying.
How should I respond? Do I want to drag him out of hiding? Or ask him who he's hiding from? I'll save that for the next episode. How about that? See you guys. If you guys liked it though, that would totally make my day. Anyways, again, goodbye.